Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Criterion Connection. I'm Wade.
And I'm Joe.
And today we are doing a Coen Brothers film. Sorry, no, we're doing a Martin Scorsese film called After Hours from 1985. I said it because it felt like if Martin Scorsese got a Coen Brothers script and decided, I'm going to direct this.
Yeah, and to me, on the other hand, this felt very much like a Weird Al movie,
Oh.
like UHF, directed by Martin Scorsese.
Did he have... I didn't see any hot dog Twinkie sandwiches.
Not yet.
Not yet. That's true. That might have been a deleted scene.
Yeah.
That might have been what Catherine O'Hara's character was eating or something like that.
We'll have to check the special features.
No, I think John Hurd's, what was his name? It was Tom. I think he would be the one eating the hot dog Twinkie.
Yeah, but yeah, this really did have that feel to it for me.
It didn't feel like a Martin Scorsese film much because, before this he did Kings of Comedy. He did, I believe, Taxi Driver or Raging Bull. It was Raging Bull.
Raging Bull was right before King of Comedy.
Yeah, so he did some serious films like Taxi Driver and Raging Bull, and this movie feels very indie, very different. It feels like it's like he watched a bunch of John Cassavetes films. Like, you know what? I'm going to try this indie stuff, where it's like we only focus like on one character going on this odyssey. A surreal odyssey of like weird characters,
all misadventures,
which I think is funny because there's a scene where he's with Rosanna Arquette in the diner,
yeah,
and she's mentioning about like the Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm.
This movie is very like the Wizard of Oz. He's trying to get back home to Kansas. He's trying to get back home,
sure,
or to work.
He's trying to get home.
He's trying to get home, and that's the whole movie. He gets lured into like kind of like on a date with Marcy, played by Rosanna Arquette. And he just...
Well, he wanted to.
He wanted to.
So,
but did he want the paperweights?
So, yeah, we watched this, and I think the best catalyst is, so we start the film, and he meets Rosanna Arquette in the one, not the diner that they go to together later, but
another diner.
They meet at another diner, and strike up an interesting conversation. He's like, you know what? Like, she seems kind of cool, whatever. And so he wants to see her again. She gives him the phone number to her place.
Kiki,
but it's for Kiki Bridges.
Bridges, that's it.
Her roommate, who is an artist. And so when he gets home, he immediately calls, and he's trying to find an excuse to talk with her more. And he makes his way over, and this whole movie and everything that happens in the second and third acts is all around the fact that he had that $20 bill that flies out the window while he's in the cab.
Yes. And there's paper mache statues being made, which you think that's not... Kiki, which you think is not going to... Like, oh, that's random. Mm-hmm. No, it pays off.
Yeah.
It pays off. There's also great cameos. The diner has Dick Miller. He's the waiter.
Everybody in the movie is like a very well-known actor.
I think one of my favorite ones is, I was like, oh, I didn't know they were in this film, was Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
They play the burglars.
Pepe and Neil, I think?
Pepe and, Neil. I think it was Neil.
Yeah, I think it was Neil.
I was like, oh my gosh, it's them. And they're just playing themselves.
They're cool.
There's Catherine O'Hara plays Gail.
Yeah.
John Hurd. It must be they later would do Home Alone together.
Mm-hmm.
He plays Tom. Bad Brains shows up in the punk bar. They're playing Bad Brains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget about you have Linda Fiorentino, who plays Kiki.
Yes.
The guy who plays Horst, Will Patton.
Yes.
Who's like all these people are in a ton of stuff.
It feels like Mulholland Drive by David Lynch, where it's just like, oh, there's an actor, oh, there's an actor, there's an actor. Yeah, so it's basically that's the movie. It's just he goes his misadventures.
So yeah, everything he does ends up with an unexpected issue later.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's basically separated into 3 acts. The first act is more of the Kiki, Marcy stuff, and then the second act more of the Julie, the waitress that wants to quits her job,
yeah,
and Tom, and then Gale and the mob and all these people chasing after him.
And they all. This is very like Tarantino, where every plot line kind of
Yes.
overlaps with another one.
Yes.
So like these characters that you meet in one section of the story, one or both are going to link to other parts of the story.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just everything just keeps escalating for this guy over this, and it's one night, one crazy night.
Yeah, it's literally when he gets off work to when spoilers, it ends with him going back to work.
Yeah,
Like that's the name. After Hours.
well, also you get that title drop
Yes.
where they're at the diner and he's like, "Oh, really? It's on a house," and the guy's like, consider it After Hours.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Dick
Miller.
Dick Miller.
Given that line.
Yeah, Dick Miller. Classic Dick Miller. And let's talk about the main actor, Griffin.
Mm-hmm. Griffin Dunn.
Griffin Dunn. Like, he's great in this as the bumbling kind of like... He's kind of self-centered a little bit. He's kind of like... He's just not ready for the night.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think, like...
I don't think
He's not a completely unlikable protagonist. They dance that line really well.
Yes.
But he just keeps fumbling into worse and worse situations and then trying to revert back to a prior situation because it wasn't as bad as the one he's in now.
Yes, yeah.
And then that one gets worse every time.
I love the part where he's in the punk bar where, like, he doesn't have a mohawk. They just grab him and start try to shave his head to a mohawk. It's really odd.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, that's pretty much the film. Old Marty Scorsese cinema. It ain't no Marvel film.
Yeah, it's
fun.
It's a fun movie, yeah.
It's not classic like a Goodfellas or a Casino or a Raging Bull or anything like that.
Yeah.
That said, would you recommend this film to the general audience?
Sure. I really like. This is really one of the more indifferent. Like, if you watch this, it doesn't feel like a Scorsese movie at all.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fine.
I was shocked when I saw his name on it because I don't know much about this film. I never heard of it until it was announced I've actually seen the poster or whatever.
Yeah.
But they announced it on Criterion Collection, and I was like, I put it in. You know, I rented it on Amazon, and I'm like, Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
Marty.
All I know, like, because I remember seeing this movie always stocked at the movie store we used to work at, and I always knew of it. And then doing research for this, finding out that it was a Martin Scorsese. Every time I see that's a Martin Scorsese movie, I'm always shocked.
It's, you know...
but it's fine. It's a fine movie. It's worth watching. I love all the actors and the performances they give. And you know what it also reminds me of? Is the movie we did with Albert Brooks. Was it Made in America?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, the other Criterion. It was like that, because it's just something that just keeps getting
What?
worse.
It feels like Martin Scorsese directed an Albert Brooks script.
Yeah.
That's the thing I was thinking of. It's not Coen Brothers, because Coen Brothers is a little more quirky.
Yeah.
This feels like an Albert Brooks script.
But yeah, and the characters are really unique and really interesting. They're kind of memorable. But it's fine. I don't feel one way strongly or the other.
I think I'm in the same boat. I will lightly recommend the film too. I feel like take out Martin Scorsese out. I think it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Perfectly fine movie. I mean, would I watch it again? Maybe if it's on TV or whatever, I'll watch it. I don't. And you said you hit the nail on the head. I'm very indifferent. Like it's. It was not the best Martin Scorsese film. It's not the best Albert Brooks-esque film I've seen. So it's like, it's tough. I mean, it's fun. It's a fun. If you're not going to regret watching it, it's fun.
I feel like this is more for like a completionist who wants to watch all the Martin Scorsese films But if this was like on TV and you hadn't seen it in a while, I could see somebody going, you know what? Yeah,
I'll check it. Yeah.
But like if it was on all the time, like on TBS, like I'm gonna try to avoid it for a bit.
No, they're just going to show the Hunger Games over and over again.
Or Teen Wolf.
Or Teen Wolf. Or they'll show a Star Wars film or something. Or whatever is on TBS.
Yeah.
But that's our thoughts on After Hours. Let us know in the comment section below. What do you think about the film? Let us make suggestions. We're still open for suggestions. You know, we want more. We have a whole list that we have to dust off a little bit. And we want more. So send them in. There's a lot of new releases that are coming out. But yeah, like, subscribe, and share.
Can I make one more announcement?
Sure.
On this very YouTube channel, you uploaded the trailer for the short movie we did.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Butterfly of Black Velvet.
Wow, you're a better promotional person than I am.
Yeah, so you guys should check that out and get ready for being able to watch that or stream that.
Yes.
It was a blast working on it. And I think we did a really cool little short movie for you if you like kind of giallo movies.
Giallo slasher.
And it's real cool. It's real fun. Watch it. Have a good time. We're pretty proud of it. And hopefully we can bring you some more stuff, not just these reviews. And just keep staying tuned.
Yes. So until next time, I'm Wade.
And I'm still Joe.
I mean, we'll see you there.